1996, your dad won his first Cup race.
Right.
At Phoenix with Petty Enterprises. Where were you?
I was at home with my grandmother. We were watching. I still remember it today. We had a deer, a pet deer. Our pilot was fishing, and this deer fell in the water as a baby. He saved it. Told my dad, "Come get it. I don't want it." My dad always wanted one. So this thing was awful. It was spoiled. He would eat hot dogs and popcorn. That's all he would eat. So it was sitting in the living room.
What was the deer's name?
Started out as Mr. Sparkles because he had all the little dots. That was from my mom. But then he was down there running around the shop. Well, he literally hit his head coming in the shop flying. Well, I'm telling you, it about knocked him. I mean, he was silly. I thought, well, he's dead. I mean, because he was out. And I told my dad, I said, your deer's dead. And he's like, what'd y'all do to it? I'm like, we didn't do nothing to it. He hit his, I mean, literally, he's out. He came to, well, he never was right from there. Like, he would try to go attack dogs. I mean, he would try to go attack horses. He was crazy. So we started calling him Handyman, like, you know, like handicap. I was like, that's what his name was. But he was in the living room floor because he was eating hot dogs. And it was 2 to go, and we were sitting there, and my grandmother was like, he's going to win. He's going to win. I'm like, just, you know, Terry Labonte was right. He was running second. I was like, nah, I've seen this before. I've seen it. I know what's going to happen, a caution or something. And I remember because I jumped up when he come off of 4, and I jumped up, and I was screaming, and Handyman jumped up, was trying to attack me because I guess he thought it scared him. Yeah. So I'm fighting this damn deer because he's trying to get, you know, but everybody was ecstatic. And he's never seen us act like that. He was always a calm creature. You know, he literally lived in the living room chilling. And my grandmother was jumping around.
How big was this deer?
This dude, was he not? He was big. He was full. We gave him what we.
And he's laying in the.
We had
with a rack and
with a rack. This
come on, man!
I swear on anything. My mom.
I gotta see pictures.
Hit her up. I guarantee you she's got them. My mom would get up in the morning time and fix us stuff to go to the shop or whatever because the shop was down the street and there was one behind our house. Then she would get up and boil the hot dogs, a big stack of hot dogs and popcorn for this damn thing to eat all day long. And he would come to the back doors because we had a big living room and the back door is all windows and it opened up to a big old deck. He would come on up in there. Come right in then, go right to the counter, reach up, grab a hot dog, go right back down, and just hang out. You would be watching TV in the bottom of the room. You think, you know how you feel like somebody's watching you, and you're looking around, and you're watching TV, and you hear something, and look, you just curled up in a circle, just over there, just cleaning himself, whatever. Big old rack and everything. We had to spray painted pet on him because that way nobody would shoot him. And we told all the neighbors, hey, don't kill him if he's got like red or yellow on him or whatever, because you know that they kill him. We gave him to a park. There was a protective park because he got to the point where he was really aggressive. Yeah. If he didn't know, and I'm not kidding you. There was starting to get an issue because there was dogs missing. This thing was killing dogs with his home because he hated dogs. And after his injury of his head injury, I mean, he is like one of those veterans that just flip out when the gun goes off or whatever. I mean, this dude it was awful. So dogs were disappearing and stuff. We was like, we gotta get rid of him. So they carried him to a non-kill farm. It was like, it had like 2,000 acres. And they tagged him. And we went up there, it was like a year later after we dropped him off. And he was right with the group. They knew exactly where he was. So, but we had him since he was this big, and then he got to the point where, I mean, he was a full. Well, like I said, we had to paint pet, don't kill. Yeah. On him.
You really shouldn't have told me that deer's name was Mr. Sparkles.
That was my mom.
That's your nickname now.
No. that did not come from me. That did not.
Sparkles.
Because she wanted to name him. I was like, we didn't. And then when he got hurt. And at the time, you remember Saturday Night? I know it wasn't Saturday Night Live. It was I remember the TV show was, what was it? The comedian. It was the Wayne brothers. Was it Saturday Night? No, it wasn't Saturday Night.
In Living Color.
In Living Color. That's it. And they did Handyman. That's where we got the name from because he wasn't right. He was like limping and everything else after he hit his head. So that's where we came up with the name. She got mad at us for calling him that. Yeah. Because at the shop, we cut him a big old thing, put him a chain on it, said Handyman and stuff. So it was a going thing. But she named him that because when he was a baby, he had all the little white dots. Yeah. She looks like little sparkles, and that's where it came from.